Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dem Wise Girls. I'm your girl, Jada.
And I'm Lala. Thank you for tuning in.
How are you? First, let me say, I am loving the hair. You're giving me Alicia Keys, teenage love affair vibes. I am feeling it okay.
Well, I got to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was a big, big move for me. I showed my hairstylist a picture, and you know how you show a picture and you're like, yeah, I want this. And you have this idea of what it's going to look like in your head. And I have to say, she has understood the assignment. She
She
got
did.
it to a
She
T.
did that. Yes.
Yes, she got it to a T, but it's, how do I say? I know it fits my personality more, but I feel like I stand out. And I'm like, I'm not used to standing out, Like,
I just want to call
yeah,
you Big Red.
okay.
I think you look so cute. Like it goes with your glasses. Like you're giving me like high school vibes. Like I wouldn't know your age if I didn't know your age. I would feel like you giving me like high school vibes, like senior year, going into college, something
Well, thank you. Thank you. If only we were in high school, because
like
baby, if I had the goal to do this in my younger years, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing.
baby.
But I have to say, you are looking mighty beautiful tonight as well.
Thank
So
you.
I
I'm
think
tired, but we here. We was like,
we're
we gotta
here.
get on here, talk with our people, yap it up about some things. So we had to come on tonight. I was like, no, we gotta come on tonight and we
We
gotta
had
talk
to.
about stuff.
Despite the technical difficulty I was experiencing,
Yes.
we had to. We missed each other. We missed our audience, our
Yeah.
family and friends. We had to do Them Wise Girls. We had
That's
to.
right. We had to be back on center and actual attention. So let's get into it. First
Do
and
it.
foremost, I know it's been talked about a lot the past couple of weeks, I want to say, but we haven't talked about it on the show. And I really was like, we need to talk about this because I'm just still
What?
so taken back about what happened. So, I've been watching Escape and SWV's show on Bravo. And first
Yes.
and foremost, I have to say, I really feel bad for Tamika. I feel bad for how things played out. I feel bad for how she feels. And I think that was super dirty what her sister did to her in regards to the money being stolen. Well, her sister and her sister's husband did to her, taking over 30K. And like she mentioned, she said it wasn't one check. She said it was multiple checks. And it was so bad that the sister came on here on well, not on here, but she came on
We
Instagram.
welcome you to come on here.
She came on Instagram and she just was saying, my sister's not telling the truth. I don't know what money she's talking about. And Tamika bought receipts, like receipts of everything. And she even had Tiny's mother come and talk about it because Tiny's mother was the one who told her about that royalty they were starting to get. Because she asked her, she said, have you been getting this royalty? And she said, what royalty? She said, I haven't been getting anything. And when they did investigating, they saw that the money was being deposited in the sister's husband's account and everything. So it's been so much stuff going on with them. The sister came on to Instagram crying, snot running down her
I
nose.
did see that.
I just wait. I just want to say that. I don't care what we gotta do, fix it. I just want my sister back. And I wanted to say, after you done put this girl through the ringer, you done lied on her, talking about, I don't know what she talking about. You letting your husband manipulate you, and you're gonna sit up here and now you want to sit and have tears because you just been found out because your sister came with the receipts. Like, I thought that was so foul and so hurtful. And like Tamika said, she's like, it's gonna be hard to get past something like this.
Isn't that terrible? Well, you know what? I'm happy you said that because I initially did not understand why she suddenly was MIA all of a sudden, because they got back together. They had the whole snaggafoo about, the stylist was saying that they wasn't necessarily wearing anything in unison, and then come to find that the three of them are dressed alike, and then Latocha was all in a different color because she wasn't put on to the color they was wearing to the event. So it seemed like they came together very briefly and then they suddenly split. So I didn't know. I'm happy you said that. I did see her on social media up there snotting and crying. Okay, firstly, Latocha, I know you was emotional. And I know how it can be when you lose a loved one and you do something foul. But let's face the fact. You took your sister's money. And if you really want to make right, you need to give your sister back that money in full. I didn't hear that. Did you
Here, I heard that, but
that she was giving her money back?
No, she said she don't know what money she was talking about. So let me give you a little background why things really came to a head. Apparently, Latocha's husband, Rocky, used to be in the same camp, allegedly, let me do my Wendy, allegedly, as R. Kelly. So that's red flag number uno. And then his mistress came on to Tasha K, I believe. I don't watch her. She annoys me. But I happen to see a snippet on Instagram. His mistress that he's been dealing with for a good minute, I feel like as long as they might have been married, I could have been wrong.
I did hear Latocha say that.
And dropped the tea. That's why Latocha was saying how she was, in an open
about their marriage.
Right. Mm-hmm. And my thing is this: you do not need to put everything on social media. That's people's problems now. They put their whole life on social media. And really, you shouldn't be putting your whole life on social media.
That's so true.
The fact that now the whole world sees everything that's going on. Although we saw how things were playing out on the show, because that was in the first episode. And like Tamika said, she said, I wasn't even gonna out my sister. She said, my husband didn't even know about this. She said, I kept that from him. He didn't even know that my sister did what she did. But the mother
what's crazy? No, she had said that they had wound up having to all live back with their mother.
All of them did.
So where did the money go?
But let me tell you what the mother said. And somebody wrote this on Instagram, commenting. I was reading the comments when the videos were up, and somebody said the mother already outed her because the mother said, how you know she didn't need the money? The mother said that. She said, how you know she didn't need the money? And Tamika was like, I had a child in college. I was pregnant with my last child. How I know she didn't need the money? I needed the money. So
not only that,
outed her.
With you, Ma. Like we live with you. We had to live with you.
Like the mother said she's the fifth member of Escape. And I was like, no, sis, you are not the fifth member of Escape. Please sit down and take a seat. Okay. You're not the fifth member. But she believes because she birthed the both of them, she's the fifth member. But like she said, she's not. She's like, yes, this is my sister, but you know what? My sister took my money. She stole money from me. She didn't say, hey, sis. That's like me going, hey, La, I know we got some money coming in, but I do have some bills or I need something to pay. Do you mind if I use this money that we have coming in to pay this? She didn't do that. She just took the money and the receipts were bananas. I was looking at them receipts.
Now, was it money that they were due to split, or was it money that was actual solely for, so like Latocha got a 30 and then Tamika got 30, or was it a 30 that they should have split in half?
It seemed like Latocha had her money and then Tamika was getting her money.
And she took her money too.
She took her money. And that's how it seemed to me. Like, let us know if we're wrong or anything like that. But it seems like they took Latosha's money. She didn't say this was money that was split between me and my sister. She said they took my money. So that was money that she was owed or money she was due from the royalties that they had coming in. And I just thought that was so horrible. And I thought that was so foul, because you're going to do your own blood like that. Like, yeah, as blood, you have fallen outs with each other at times. You have moments. Yeah. We've had our moments, but we've gotten back together. But to take 30K, and like she said it wasn't one check. She said, I need to make that clear. She said it was multiple checks. So I was like, yo, that's really messed up.
And you know what's really messed up? For them to have lived in the same house as this was going on and looking the person in the eye as each check is coming in, that's foul.
She looking him in the eye now, because he did some more foul stuff by trying to get a kickback with the Escape signing up for certain shows with promoters. He wanted to get an extra cut from the money, honey. That's on an episode coming on tomorrow, so we got to watch that. He was trying to get a kickback, 2K. And she must be they said they like a Ike and Tina. They look like a Ike and Tina, because he's like, don't talk my stuff, don't speak on my behalf while I'm not there. And she just was like, not speaking or anything. Child.
You know, that's a shame, because here it is. This beautiful woman has so much talent, and she's given or relinquished her power to a man who has ill intent towards her and her family. That's not right. You know, it's crazy. It's sad, but I feel like Latosha's tears may be real, and they may be really motivated because she knows what she allowed to happen. She probably was not the mastermind in this. It was her husband. But, you know, for love, we allow things to happen because love clouds our thoughts. Not saying it's right. It's not right.
Right. But when it comes to my kin, like my blood, we gonna have a problem, because this is my sister.
Yeah.
It's not like that was her cousin, fourth cousin, twice removed. This is my full-fledged blood. This is my sister, and we taken from my sister. Tamika said, she said, I sat up here, I lied on candy, I hid this money from my husband, you know, to protect my sister. And the sister ain't even protecting her. She turned around, took her money, and then her and her husband did an interview. I didn't see that one. I just saw it in passing on Instagram. And I'm just like, y'all can't just turn around and say, you know what, let's give her back her money.
Exactly.
Let's give the woman back her money.
Give her back you know, it talks, we were talking about this on the side when we were talking about Red Table Talk. And Jada Pinkett Smith was saying how she gotten older. She's turned into a crybaby. And like Latasha was crying, boo-hooing, snot coming down her nose and all. And I feel like that was genuine. I really do. And I feel like it was genuine because it was a mix of emotions, and that, you know, you'd allowed this ill to happen. You know that this is your sister. This has cost you your career. Like, I think she was crying for a bunch of reasons, not just that she did this ill to her sister. Although I think she should be crying alone about that. But I think it's just a mix. And based on what you're saying in terms of folks thinking it's an Ike and Tina situation, that's sad. It's so sad because men have, how do I say, put women in compromising positions, and women have allowed it and not taken their power back. And I really feel that we as women, especially women, minority women, often do that for love. And not saying that it's only minority women, because there are other women that do that for love or allow that to happen for love. But I feel more so Black women, because the ideal is that, hey, I have to keep a man. The majority of Black women do not have men. So it's this idea of, let me let him get away with this. Let me do this because, hey, I got to keep my man. He's my man. But you know what? I say this all the time. I'd rather have no man than a man that makes me have ill will or do ill will towards those whom I love.
Or to myself.
Oh, or to myself.
I'm
You're
gonna
right.
say this. I felt a little bad for her, but I felt like she did that to just cover her tracks, because now everything's out on the table. The business is out in the street, as people say. Your business is out in the street. Like, the business is all out in the street.
The BI is out.
It's all in the street. Everybody sees what's going on. Everybody saw this. Everybody saw that. Now you're trying to clean up. You're trying to clean up. And my thing is this. A lot of that should have been handled behind the scenes, but because, unfortunately it became public, and then the way they were talking about Tamika,
Yes.
I understand Tamika feeling the need to have to vindicate and speak on herself and say, I'm not out here telling no story. Because when you mess with people's character, and that's where I feel like people have it twisted. When you mess with people's money, and you mess with people's money, that is a really, really bad situation. And she was just trying to clear her name and vindicate herself to let people know that, no, I'm not out here telling no lie. My sister did steal my money, unfortunately. I got to now show receipts, because she said, I could have taken her to jail. I could have pressed charges on her. But because she was my sister, I didn't do those things. She said that on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. And, like you said, because, the African-American women, as women, we do want to feel connected, have a husband, have a happy home and stuff. It's not worth your sanity, your mental health, you as a person, you as an individual. I'd rather be by myself and have peace of mind every single day than sit and rock with somebody and be unhappy and miserable. I don't want that. I've been there. It's not great. And I would not want that for anybody else, just to say I got somebody. I'd rather wake up every day in a good groove, be happy, be me, loving on me. Like Mary J. Blige said, it took her a minute to figure that out. And that's why she had to start saying affirmations to herself, like, good morning, gorgeous. You're beautiful, you're smart, you dope, you the bomb.com.
Now let me say, what I'm saying? You are very good at that. You do that to me when I need it the most. So thank you for giving me those affirmations.
Baby, because let me tell you, that's how I get through the day myself.
Well, I need it because you helped me. Let me tell you, I know we've said this a bunch of times on the show, but Jada is my definite, like, for real, cheerleader. Like, she ain't gonna let me fall. She's holding me up on the pyramid.
Baby.
She ain't gonna let me break my neck.
Baby, because if I fall, we all gonna fall. Now, I don't want none of us to fall. We gotta hold and keep each other accountable and keep it 150 and encourage each other, because it's hard out here. Like, somebody could say something mean to you and that sticks with you for a minute. I know for me personally, it like really eats at your heart, especially if it's people you genuinely care about and got love for. When they say something to you out of pocket, you like, wait. That's
right. Wait. What happened? What's going on?
What? And then sometimes you start believing it. And you're like, well, am I really like that? Like, da-da-da-da. And I really had to think about it and really, examine myself and be like, no, they're the issue, not me. Granted, sometimes I could be, and I'm woman enough to admit that. I'm not going to walk around and say I'm perfect. I don't have any issues. I don't do nothing. I don't offend nobody. No, I do. But I take accountability for my actions. I'm not pointing my fingers always at everybody else. Everyone else is the problem. I'm never the issue. That is not life. Because sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes you are the issue. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I believe we got to encourage each other. I see it in you. It's hard for me to be that way with someone I really don't know, as opposed to someone who I know, where I know what's going on with them and know them personally as a person. Yeah. Like, I just speak the truth. I speak what I see, and I see
you are the best in that regard.
Thank you.
Because like, she be moving me, all right? She's the reason why I continue with what I'm doing as a wise girl. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Speaking of
Don't,
crying, so
baby.
Jada Pinkett Smith was on Red Table Talk with her mother, and I forget the other woman's name. I don't know if you had a chance to see it,
I did.
but
I saw a glimpse
basically,
of it. Yes.
she was basically saying that as a result of her childhood traumas, when she was younger, she was not very emotional and such. And now that she's older, she just cries about everything. So now I feel like that's you and I. Like, we cry a lot together. When you cry, I cry. I'm sure our family and friends of Dem Wise Girls have seen us cry on this show. So in general, how do you feel? Are you an emotional crier? Like,
I am an
what do you
emotional
feel?
crier. I haven't cried in a while though, so kudos and pats to me.
Wow.
But I think when my grandmother passed, even though I'm still dealing with that, I can't say I'm free
You'll
from it.
forever be dealing with it.
I'm dealing with it. I have days where I think about her. I look in the mirror because she's my twin, and I think about her, or I'll do something or make a face. And before I got my braids put back in, I went and got my hands in, and I came home, and my mother was like, "Oh my word, you look just like your grandmother." Like, oh my goodness. I was on the phone with my dad, and she was like, "Keith, Jade looks just like your mother. It is bananas." And even things that people have done to me, you ever be sitting at work and doing something, and you think about something someone did to you, and you just be like, what did I do to deserve that? And you just start crying. And I was like, I had that moment recently at work, because I had a conversation with my brother the day prior. And I was telling him something that had happened, and it just kind of like took me back to that place. And I just felt so sad, because I'm like, what did I do to deserve that? Like, you would have thought I did something horrible, and I didn't. And I just started crying. And I was like, you know what? I really wish I wasn't one of those people. And I'm not a cute crier. I'm a ugly crier. You know how some girls could cry and look pretty? Oh, baby,
I get the
baby,
big Rudolph nose.
baby, I'm over here.
And my eyes go
I'm
from
looking
the fries.
bad. But it's funny. My mom claims she does cry, but I've only seen her cry twice in my whole entire life. Twice. I don't know what it
Wow.
is with the wise women. I don't know. It's different with them. I don't know.
It really is. I have to say, same thing with my mom. I've seen her cry maybe 3-4 times. And
That's
I mean, you think
something
about that.
for our ages to see them only cry those amount of times. But my mother goes, I cry behind closed doors. I cry behind closed doors. I'm like, I've only seen her cry twice in my whole
When you cry
life.
inside, on
That's
the
what I'm
inside.
saying. I'm like, I'm over here crying. I remember when I was like, I think in my early 20s, I felt like I was crying every other week. It was like, one of those things. Do you find that, well, we know you cry. Do you?
Oh, baby, I cry. I cry. I don't want to cry the majority of the time, but I cry. I even cry when I'm angry. Like, when I'm hot, I be crying.
Me too.
Crying.
Me too. Only one time. When was that? I want to say maybe last year. I was angry. You ever been so mad? And I was mad. I couldn't even cry. Like, I just
Wow.
was on 10, and like mentally, I just was like, let me respond to this message right now, because I was on 10. I couldn't even cry. And I don't know if it was because I was really angry at that point, or I felt extremely offended at that point. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't cry about it until like maybe a few weeks later. Then I cried about it.
I do the crash. Like, I'll be super angry and I won't be crying in that moment. So, usually I am crying in that moment. But then when I'm really, really angry, I'll be angry. And then when I come down from it, I just do the crash and like cry, like the whole world crumbles. Yeah.
But
And then you ever notice you get power beyond what's normal when you angry?
Baby,
I be crying, moving, stopping.
Baby, that's when I start cleaning. Not that I don't clean, I clean, but I really start going at it when I'm upset and when I'm sad. Oh, baby, I'm folding clothes. I'm getting stuff really in order because I'm angry at that point and I'm hurt and I'm just so, emotional. I am an emotional person, just that's just how I am. I'm emotional. I'm gonna cry. I don't like crying in front of people. I will hold my cry until I get home. I will not cry in front of people. I will feel like it's coming because my throat starts hurting and I start feeling it. But I do not like to cry in front of people. I don't know why, but I don't like to cry.
I have to commend you for that because there's been some times that I have not been so proud of. Yeah. But I'm hoping, because I hate to admit this, we're closer to a particular age where that's supposed to change. So I'm hoping that when that day comes,
hoping too,
because we kind of even out.
I cried at my job once, where I'm currently at now, and that's only because I have found out my student committed suicide. So I cried in that moment because I was just so taken back because I had just seen her 2 days prior and we had an amazing conversation. So that really, really, really hit me hard. I couldn't believe it, So I had cried at work and I was like, oh crap, I'm up here crying at work. And then I cried at another job I had because I was overwhelmed. I was mentally, I think a couple of us were at work crying. That was horrible. That was really bad. That was a bad time.
Look, I want to recall them times, child. I think at this job, the only time thus so far that I've cried is when my mom was sick. And I didn't really understand what was going on. And I was attributing it to, her watching my son and everything. And my newborns, I had to apologize. I said, I'm so sorry for crying. And he said, it's okay. I said, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was so embarrassed.
And I could see you because I've seen you go, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, it's all right. It's okay. If you need to cry, let it out. You got to let it out.
It's because it makes other people uncomfortable when you cry.
Yeah.
And I don't want other people to feel uncomfortable. And, in my moment of emotional distress, I feel like I get into that place of, oh my God, what is wrong with her? So I don't know. I thought that was an interesting comment though that she made, and one that I could definitely relate to. I'm just hoping that when I hit her age or when we hit her age, that we
want it to be the reverse. But like I said, because of the trauma and things she had to go through. And I guess when you're in survival mode, you don't have time to sit there and shed tears. You have to survive. You have to do what you need to do. You have to be able to get up and go or get up and do the next move. So sometimes when you're in survival mode, you just don't want to sit there and shed your tears all the time and cry. Because one, you don't want people to see you as weak. And two, you don't want to portray this image as if, oh, every time something goes wrong, I'm crying about it. No, you want to be strong. You want to be independent. You want to let them know, no, I'm not one to be messed with, because at the end of the day, this is something that I really, truly either want to do or I have to live through. And I know for me, I had this conversation recently where I feel like I've been in survival mode a lot in my life, not because I wanted to, but because my mindset is always, okay, this is what I need to do next. This is what I have to do next. This is what I got to turn around and do next. That's just how I operate in my head. I'm always thinking, okay, this is what I need to do by this year next time. And this is because you put that pressure on yourself. And when things don't come to fruition, it's a letdown for yourself.
And I remember you that used to make lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, as kids, you used to make lists.
Still do. I always said if I get married, my husband gonna have him a dime piece, not just because I'm cute and everything, but because I'm I'm super like, okay, this is what we have to do. This is what needs to be done. This is just what you know. And I'm
You
learning
do that.
that sometimes I just gotta back up and I just gotta let it be what it is and bask in the moment because I don't think I've ever sat and enjoyed certain moments. Certain moments I felt like I've enjoyed, and certain moments I'm like, no, I just lived through them because this is what
Yeah.
Jay used to do next. You know, after I got my master's, I was like, okay, I think I want to go for my ED. Let me start looking to schools for my ED. Let me figure out what I want to do next job wise. Let me do. I never really celebrated myself to that degree where I'm like, girl, look at what you did. Look at what you killed. Look at what you've done.
Well, let me tell you, I celebrate you.
You do. And I thank
think
you for
that you
that.
are amazing. I
Thank
wish
you.
that I can go travel the world with you as I
Baby,
so
just
love
pack
to
up the
do.
kids and let's ride out.
Says the one who can easily say, okay, Lauren, I'll see you. I'm going to my room. Bye-bye.
Let's pack up the crew and let's ride out. Vay, she could come with us. Liam, all he want to do is go for the meal, and he's good once he get his food. He is chill. Really, that's the little homie. So I like really we could do this. We could do this. You know, we could.
So I gotta tell you a joke. Speaking of homies, so last week we had gotten pizza and wings, me and Viva and Liam. And I had got hot wings. I truthfully forgot to tell them half and half, mild and hot wings, right? Let me tell you how my daughter's just like me. Sis was eating, struggling, was steady eating. She's like, this is hot. Oh, mommy is hot, but it's good. It's good. Fast forward to today. I wanted drunken noodle. I don't know if you ever had drunken noodle, but it's a Thai dish.
Drunken noodle. Okay, so she tries all the exotic things.
I do.
She loves it. This is her. Let's try this, Jade. And I'm like, sis, I just want some fried chicken wings and fish fries. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm totally like, I will try anything. And the hotter it is, the better. So drunken noodle is a Thai dish that are these wide noodles, kind of like fettuccine noodles, but they're not flour pasta like what we know in Italian dishes. But they're like wide like that. Well, girl, they was slamming. They was perfectly hot. Like just so it was a combination of heat hot and spice hot. And I was just
yes.
I was just like my daughter.
Yeah.
It was so good. So good. And then I was like, oh man, I'm an older woman now. I probably shouldn't be eating all this spice because it might jack up my stomach. I mean, tear me up. But I said, you know what? It's worth it because this is so good. So you know what I did? I went and took me a probiotic so my stomach will be A-okay. You better get you some probiotics, girl.
The things we got to do in our aging gracefully in life.
That's right. It's funny. We never wanted to be our particular ages when we were younger. And now that we are the ages to which we are, I can never remember how old I am.
No, you can't. Because when you was pregnant, but I attributed that to pregnancy brain. Because I said maybe she legitimately really forgot. And you said and I said, that's not your age. And you go, yes, it is. I said, maybe you should look at your ID because that is not your age. So fun fact, people, let me share a fun fact with you guys. She and I are only exactly 1 year and 1 month apart in age. 1 year and 1 month apart in age. So we're the same age for 1 month. Okay. We are. 1 month, we're the same exact age. I always say, I wonder if our mothers planned that on the low, but they just don't tell us. But we're 1 year. And so I know exactly how old she is. And she was like, no, I said, no, you're not. I know how old you are. Why we're going to. And I said, maybe you should look at your ID. And then she goes, you're right. I'm that age. No. I said, yeah, I know.
I don't know what it is. It's like my mind just retreats back to wanting to be a particular age to which I'm no longer. I just can't remember.
I think that's all of us. Me too.
Yeah, but at least you actually know the age. I be
Baby.
forgetting all the time. So you know how I had to figure this one out this year? Because I know Matthew is about to turn another age. And that's okay. So if he's gonna be turning that age, that means I'm gonna be turning that age in a few more months. That's how I now had to keep track of it because I can't keep track of this. It's like my
Baby.
mind, no lie. It's like my mind, the flex on how old I am.
Baby, I be knowing that number, child. You be wanting to know that number sometimes. You gotta
Well,
know
you
it.
have to. If they ask you, then they'll say, "Oh,
Yeah.
she's got brain damage. Oh, she got something going on with her. Maybe I got something going on with me."
No,
Let me
I
ask
think
this.
it's you out here looking like a young kitten because you do.
Yeah.
You know you look young. You know you look young. You know you out here looking young, and I'm not just saying that. You do. You do because you're little, and so you do look like
Okay, wait. Time out. I'm not little.
You are little.
Together.
You're little.
I might be little in stature, but I got body, yada, 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 yada.
Baby.
She got body, yada, 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 yada. I need Nelly. She be doing it with me. Yada, 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 yada. Now, let me tell you, if I had the confidence that I had as a kid to the confidence that I should have now with this body, yada, 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 yada.
You don't have that confidence?
I don't think I have confidence, of course, because I mean, we're just born into confidence being wise girls. Well, but I feel like for example, when the woman, when she revealed my hair, right? I was just like, in my mind, like, oh my goodness, like she got to dye it back. Because it was just like too much for me. Like it was overload. Like it was the persona, I feel like, or it is the persona that I feel like I wanted 10 years ago. Not the persona that I want now as a mom, as a wife.
You could be the cool mom.
Yeah, but I don't want to be the cool mom, the mom that is trying to be cool. I want to be the actual cool mom.
But you are that mom.
According to Veve and my husband, I'm not. Yes.
No, they didn't.
Yes. My husband feels that because I'm not like, this spontaneous person anymore, I'm a mom. I'm not going to be spontaneous. Like, I don't sleep. Everything that I think about is pertaining to my kids and my husband. Like I'm not going to be, that spontaneity is gone. Poof.
But sis, you don't. Like, you that chick. Like,
there goes my cheerleader. I have to, let me tell you, like, remind me, next show, we have to upload it. Avea did a video about cheerleader. I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She did a video of it. Her father, I guess, listened to that song with her. So now she knows the song. And she did a video of cheerleader. Yes. But you are my cheerleader. So thank you for being my cheerleader.
This is what it is.
She is my goalmate. Thank you for being my goalmate.
So you're mine. You're mine too. You sit here, you tell me, you be like, I'm a real one, and I be needing.
But you are.
But some days I don't be thinking I'm a real one. I be like, am I a real one?
When I say that you are my real one, you are a real one. You are a real one.
Thanks.
For real, for real. All jokes, all kids.
Thanks, boo. I try to be. That's the wise girls we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We got to keep it real in these streets. I mean,
I tell you,
have it any other way.
I want to invite our family and friends to drop in the comments below who their cheerleader is. Invite your cheerleader to watch these two cheerleaders on Dem Wise Girls.
Please and thank you. Like, you guys really, like, we want to interact with you guys. We want to know who your cheerleader is, who roots for you, who loves you, who's out there cheering for you, who want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just want to see people win,
You
you
do.
know, and you just want to see them be dope and be amazing and be great and be the bomb.com. You know, you just want to see that with people. So we want to know who your cheerleader is, who you think is amazing in your life. And we want you guys to drop it in them comments, and you will be back from you'll hear back from us, because we'll be there like going, yes, okay, this is so amazing. So as always, we thank you guys so much for always watching and commenting and liking and sharing our videos out. Please continue to do so. You know, you guys could turn around and you could watch us on YouTube. We have our YouTube channel. Follow us on the gram, on Instagram, and right on Facebook as well. We do respond back. We do respond back. I'm telling you, we do. We might take a few days, but we respond back. So we appreciate everybody who watches us. And I have to give a special shout out to Linda, because Linda watches us on YouTube in her house, and she comments on our stuff. And I appreciate you so much for always having our back and, you know, commenting and telling us how you love the show. So we thank you so much for that. And we appreciate you. So we just want to thank everybody too for watching Dem Wise Girls. And we'll be back next week with a new episode. So we will see you guys next week on Dem Wise Girls. Later.
Later.